drawing attention to what's happening on the ground. It's just
right.
As the
like
line goes online, you don't hate the media enough. Go ahead.
You remember Alternative Facts with Kellyanne? They did the same thing. She wasn't saying you make up fictions and pretend they're facts. You bring other facts to bear in the debate that are being ignored. And that's what he was saying. And I think it was in that interview where Dana Bash says, the police have gone through 11 months of recordings of calls, and they've only found 2 Springfield residents calling to complain about Haitian migrants taking geese from ponds. Only 2 calls. And I think recordings of calls, and they've only found 2 Springfield residents calling to complain about Haitian migrants taking geese from ponds. Only 2 calls. And I think one lesson in this whole story, people don't care about geese. People really hate geese. They all things considered, I think people would prefer Haitian migrants to come and take the geese off the golf course, right? So it's pets, it's the cats and dogs has become the standard. Geese clearly don't matter.
I mean, I read online they're protected in Ohio, so I mean,
the word woke and the word, or the abbreviation DEI, mean absolutely nothing on the right. It's much like the word racist is thrown around on the left. However, just because the left loves to call everything racist doesn't mean there isn't actually a problem with racism on the right. The KKK and white supremacists support the Republican Party. Typically, white nationalists will be of the conservative mindset. White nationalists represent the most extreme, obviously, but they're not going to be isolated, not going to be the only ones that have those views. They're just going to be ones that have the most extreme views. There's obviously going to be a gradient. So there's going to be people who have a lot of similar views who are not to the extreme of being a white nationalist or white supremacist, but they share a lot of views with the white nationalists, just like how the white nationalists share a lot of views with the common everyday conservative. Although, again, there's a gradient. I wouldn't compare just an average conservative to white nationalist at all, not whatsoever. However, there is this threshold, there is this overlap. Obviously, there are things that they're in agreement on. And here we have this guy who somehow mistakenly throws out that word. I'm not seeing, on similar left-wing shows, someone, making the same mistake on the opposite, somehow slipping up and letting that slip out. And when we hear multiple stories, look at the cat and dog stories coming from this, I believe it's a white nationalist group pushing it, right? White nationalists do not claim Donald Trump, but they love what he represents. They love what he's done for their movement. Like, this is a reality. This is not MSNBC. I actually listen to what they're saying or read their forums. I check in on their forums to see what actual white nationalists say, and I'll never forget when I was reading them talking about how their numbers skyrocketed under Trump. This is reality, not rhetoric. This is not, trying to go after your political opponents or mainstream media, whatever. These are the words of actual white nationalists saying their numbers soared under Donald Trump. And here we have a guy accidentally dropping the N-bomb in the middle of an interview, and of course the person interviewing him didn't seem to be fazed one bit. So unfortunately, the overuse of the word racism, it actually protects those who are actually racist. Isn't that ironic? This is Debate Me channel. Debate me in the comment section below. Click on the like button, subscribe, smash that bell. Be well.